Engineers Oversight Video 14 Becket Street, Fitchburg. Wooden fire escape in the rear of the building. Top floor deck is 5/4 and the stairs coming down to the next landing are 5/4. You have railing connections that are bad where they're opening up and have to be closed. You have some of the spindles that have to be checked because the nails are loose on them. And nails are coming out. Corner needs to be reinforced. Overall needs to have everything, all the nails checked and reinforced. Rail comes down from upstairs. And corner in here needs to be reinforced. They have bolted there, that has to be, space has to be tightened up. Over here they have a small piece of rail, 2x4 to tie this corner together. This corner here has to be continued and closed in, because that's more than 4 inches, somebody can fall there and you've got an opening in the board there. The rail here needs to be reinforced the top and the bottom. Same thing here. Has to be re-secured at the top, reinforced, re-nailed, reinforced. Has to be reinforced so that there's no play in it. Over here the corners need to be reinforced or replaced. The edge there has to be reinforced. All loose nails have to be reinforced with screws. The rail is starting to split, the 2x4 there. The corner of the rail there has to be reinforced. The corner there needs to be reinforced and filled in because it's more than 4 inches. The edge of the stairs here have to be checked because of the 4-inch rule so that nobody puts their foot through them. The string is here, somebody's reinforced with the 2x4. And clips to the top there. They put a clip on the stringer there and a clip there. And you can see the bolt into the header. All the nails and the rails had to be reinforced. Your stairs, they need to be reinforced and checked, and they also need to be pressure washed. They should be pressure washed so that they will get all the tree sap and everything off so they're not slippery when they're wet like today. Corner of the rail needs to be reinforced. Needs to be reinforced down here. Corner here has to be all reinforced and checked. You have missing wood there because you have a space that nothing is attached to. Reinforce the railing here. You can see where it's splitting. It may have to be replaced, or it may be able to reinforce with brackets. This whole corner has to be redone over and reinforced. The landing here, check the stringer clips, or reinforce them to check them to make sure they're good. Because the ones up above have been reinforced with metal, these don't. These seem to still be wood, not reinforced. All your 2x4s for banister pickets need to be checked and reinforced. If they're loose, all nails that are loose have to be reinforced. The stair there with where it's started to deteriorate, that board needs to be replaced. Corner here is starting to open up a little bit, it needs to be reinforced. Starting to split there, needs to be reinforced. Your deck rail here needs to be tied to the building and reinforced. has to be reinforced and re-secured there. Bottom board is splitting, it may have to be replaced. You have a space in here that needs to be a piece of railing put in that's more than 4 inches for spacing. You have a board there by my foot that's starting to deteriorate, needs to be replaced. Joint there is starting to separate a little bit. All this corner here has to be reinforced. You have nails coming out of the 2x4 you're using as banister. Your corner here has to be all reinforced or replaced. Same thing here, corner has to be reinforced and replaced. Have to check to see if it is sitting on a concrete pad. We can see concrete out here, but we can't see any in here. We're not sure if it's sitting on a pad or not. The 2 support posts here should be on a metal bracket, so they're not sitting in the water and the snow during the winter. The corners where this deck comes together needs to be checked and reinforced because it's all splitting. It's separating on the corner here. Underneath, it is not lagged to the building as required by code, and the hangers should be checked to make sure their integrity is still good. And some of them, here they have a post there, it should be lagged, not just nailed. Post here needs to be, it's sitting on concrete, but it's too low, needs to come up, so it's not sitting in sitting on a metal bracket. The corner in there needs to have lag bolts in it to secure it to the building, to support the deck, not just nails. Support there is lag to the building, supporting the corner there. Your brackets in the back here are just lagged, they need to be bolted. Your angle line support here, the 2 braces at the top and the angle need to be checked for bolts and reinforced to minimum 5/8 for the angle, and the brace is minimum 1/2 inch. And the bottom, the support here, just needs to be, the cement needs to be just touched up where the water's getting in, and it should have a sealer around the angle so that the water's not getting in the concrete and rotting the angle. It should have been cut and a plate put on it instead of set in the concrete. But it's existing.
Yeah.
All your loose nails have to be reinforced. The corners here have to be reinforced. Corner of the rail up there needs to be reinforced. Has to be reinforced to the corners. Corner here needs to be reinforced. This whole rail, small piece of rail, needs to be either redone over, reinforced, and tied into the building. The nails and the treads have to be reinforced. You can see numerous of them are loose. And some of the treads with the cracks in like that, you have to check it and make sure they're still solid enough to stay. They may have to be replaced because of the amount of cracking in them and splitting.